Good afternoon. Meteorologist Shawn Cable here in the First Alert Weather Center. It is Friday, and we are getting ready to head into the weekend. And we do have that winter system that's going to be impacting our area as we head into the weekend. And there is now a slew of winter weather advisories in effect for parts of Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin for some snow potential that we are going to be watching as we make our way into the weekend. The Mankato area, North Mankato area, and especially right through here is going to be right on the western edge of this system and probably going to be on the lower end of amounts. We're going to see, I think, amounts increase quite a bit as we make our way to the east over the next 24 to 36 hours. Most of the snow later this afternoon through tonight, with a little more snow developing and moving through on Saturday. Our forecast at this point is for maybe an inch or two in the Mankato area with heavier amounts to the east. One of the things we are watching very closely is more dry air in this system, which will probably limit overall snowfall amounts with this system. So that is something to keep in mind. In fact, take a look at one of the forecasts. This is one of the forecast model images that we have, and you can see that really sharp cutoff from almost nothing all the way to about 5 or 6 inches. Now, one of the things that the models did not do well with our last system, and they're starting to pick up on a little better with this one, is the dry air that's at about 4,000 or 5,000-ish feet, and that is going to limit some of the snow total that we get. So again, Mankato, we're kind of on the edge here with the snow forecast. I'm thinking about 1 to 2 in the Mankato, North Mankato area. The other area that's going to be kind of interesting here is the northwestern part of Iowa, from about Algona to Albert Lee up to Rochester. Depending on the amount of dry air and where this thing tracks, we're going to have a real sharp cutoff from very little snow to heavier snow to the southeast. And if this track drifts north or south at all, that could impact where that line is. So as of right now, we're thinking about maybe 2 to 3, possibly up to 4 in Algona, but we could end up being on the higher end of that depending on how everything plays out here over the next several hours. Here's our futurecast as we go through the afternoon. Again, this is going to be very light snow. It looks more impressive here on the futurecast, but what's happening is most of that moisture is evaporating before the snow actually makes it to the ground. So it's snowing above, but it's not getting down to us. We'll see more snow developing with our second round of the system on Saturday. And this is the one that we're going to be watching, the north-south placement of this. If the system tracks a little further north, we could end up with a little more snow in Algona, Esterville, Fairmont, Albert Lee. I don't think this one's going to make it up to Mankato other than maybe a few flurries. But again, that is something that we are going to be watching fairly closely here as we make our way into the evening and especially into the overnight hours tonight. Here's the 10-day forecast. Once we get through all of this snow, it is going to be brutally cold as we take you into next week. Look at those lows. Monday morning, 15 below. Tuesday morning, 20 below. We're going to have an extended period of time here from, I'd say, Sunday afternoon through probably Wednesday afternoon, where our temperature does not climb above zero. So that's almost a bigger thing in this week's forecast. Is the dangerous cold that's going to be on the way. The good news is we are eventually going to warm things up by mid to late next week, but it is definitely going to be cold. Stay tuned for updates. We're going to be watching this weekend system, and we will continue to update you on the latest. Again, this winter weather advisory in effect from mid-afternoon today through tonight into Saturday morning. It does include Blue Earth County and further east, Faribault County, Blue Earth area, Albert Lee, Waseca. And depending on how things go, we could see this perhaps whittled away or some of these counties dropped if that dry air really starts to impact things. So we'll be watching. Stay tuned for updates. In the meantime, have a great day.